sitting here for 3 minutes, making sure, everything's working, everything's all ready to go and pushing buttons, that I'd actually have my microphone and stuff put in the right place. Hello, everyone. Welcome along. Thank you very much for joining me. It is Saturday, the 27th of July. I can't remember what quiz it was. I pre-recorded 3 quizzes in a row, trying to just sort of box some things off and what have you. And on one of them, it was either last Thursday or last Saturday. I can't remember which order I did them in. And I was playing around with the camera settings because I realised it was starting to get a bit dark. And to be honest, it now looks like I'm in the beginnings of like some 1900s Victorian scene with all the sort of very sort of smoky effect in the background. But it's not. It's just because I've been playing around with the hue settings and what have you. Because it is dark right now. Oh, things gone off. Okay. I was going to tell you what time it was, but the power's gone off on my little device. It is 1:05 in the morning. Oh, there we go. It's back on again. Yeah, it's 1:05 in the morning, so it is dark now. But still, annoyingly, it's 23.5 degrees in my office. I'm absolutely melting. But yeah, so pre-recorded for you tonight. I mean, there is a chance that you'll never see this, because Saturday's a bit up in the air. Well, this Saturday, as you're watching it, it's a little bit up in the air. So I'm pre-recording this as a contingency plan. But there is a possibility you may never watch this. You may never see any of this. So do I make it the most perfect quiz I have ever done and no one ever gets to see it? Or do I just make it the most littered, mistake-filled quiz? No, it'd just be a normal quiz, wouldn't it? Welcome along. It's Saturday, the 27th of July. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you are all well. 50 questions then in front of us, plus another couple of things for your Saturday breaks. Let's get straight into it. Well, that works, so that's a good start. Round 1. Let's kick off with some entertainment for you. Here's question 1 for tonight. Oh, yeah. So, name the character pictured here. Right, I have a thing with this. Check out the. Oh, I need to put that code in. Actually, it reminds me. Check out the quiz hub in the break so you can zoom into it, because at the end of the day, that was the best picture I could find. Number 2, who played the lead role in the movie G.I. Jane? Who played the lead role in the movie G.I. Jane? I've got the theme tune to number 1 now stuck in my head. Number 3, what was Robert Palmer addicted to, according to the title of his song? Still got number 1 in my head. I knew it was some music questions. I thought I might have just nudged it out, but nope. Oh, hello. Number 4, Muttley was the pet of which character? Muttley was the pet of which character? Number 5, name the film from this image. I tell you what, I mean, this is what, 19. Oh, that's going to annoy me. 1983, 84? That's going to annoy me if I don't check. Typical in the. I was 1 year out, 1982. But he doesn't really look any different than he does now. That film's 42 years. That film's the same age as me. Anyway, number 6. Which of these is a Petula? Which of these is a Petula Clark? Petula Clark. Petulia. Why does it not sound right? Clark's song. Is it Uptown, Downtown, or Midtown? Oh, it's 2 months older than me, that film. Yeah, which means that song's... Right, anyway. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Number 7, name the cartoon character pictured here. Number 8, which musical had songs Matchmaker, Matchmaker? If I Were a Rich Man and Do You Love Me? Which musical had songs Matchmaker, Matchmaker? If I Were a Rich Man and Do You Love Me? Number 9, complete the name of the rock group. 9-inch What? Vicky Harborn. Just, yeah. Complete the name of the rock group. 9-inch What? And finally, for entertainment, number 10, Duff Beer features in which cartoon series? So, Duff Beer features in which cartoon series? Hey, it's not food and drink for round 2 for the first time in 3 quizzes. I don't know what happened there. I mapped out all of the quizzes over the next, all the way up until the end of August. I mean, I can tell you what rounds are coming up and when, but I don't know how. It's even in the planner as well. Because I don't like normally doing sort of like back-to-back rounds like that. I like to sort of leave a gap. So I don't know. I mean, for Alan's sake, the next time food and drink reappears isn't until the 10th of August. So, but yeah, I don't know how I did that. Yeah, maps out all the way till August. Anyway, geography, number 1. No, come back, number 1. Tallahassee is the state capital of which US state? I'm glad I've opened that file, actually. I've got back-to-back... but got back-to-back science and natures in as well. Some brilliant connection rounds coming up over the next few weeks as well. Number 2, what is the name of the line located at 0 degrees latitude? Yeah, some real humdinger of connection rounds coming up, and ones that are going to send you down a path, and you're going to settle on it, and you're going to be absolutely convinced, and then you're just going to be like this. Number 3, how is the former capital city of Kyoto known today? How is the former capital city of Kyoto known today? Number 4, which sea does the Nile discharge into? So which sea does the Nile discharge into? Charge. Oh, never mind. Oh, there's a note. I need to get on to Disney. I've just thought of a really weird idea for a film. I think I need sleep. Number 5, what is the capital city of Taiwan? So, what is the capital city of Taiwan? Dun, dun, dun. Excuse me. Number six, Cape Horn is a point at the base of Chile and where the Atlantic Ocean meets which other? So, Cape Horn is a point at the base of Chile and where the Atlantic Ocean meets which other? Number seven, Valletta is the capital city of which island? So Valletta is the capital city of which island? Mhm. Number eight, 50% of which mountain range can be found in Romania? Is it the Alps, the Urals, or the Carpathian? 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 Capiche? 50% of which mountain range can be found in Romania? 50% of which mountain range can be found in Romania? Is it the Alps, the Urals, or the Carpathian? If you only play on a Saturday, which I know there's a good group of you that only play on a Saturday, my attempt at doing supercalifragilisticexpialidocious backwards, I did check in between recording sessions, and I am right. The way I put it on screen is how it is spelled in the song, so it was wrong. I don't know why that came to my head. Number nine. A single euro can be divided into how many cents? So a single euro can be divided into how many cents? Oh, there it is. Try and do that all day. And number 10, which country did Peru claim independence in 1821? So which country did Peru claim independence in 1821? Round three with some blockbusters. There'll be a week coming up where there isn't any blockbusters, I think. So look, now double blockbusters there. Oh no, just kept it in. Okay, there we go. Anyway, right, moving on. Blockbusters. I'm so distracted. I need sleep. Number one, what SD is time spent at a facility which has treatments, massages, and relaxation? I could do with one of these. What SD is time spent at a facility which has treatments, massages, and relaxation? Number two, what MP is the name of the on-off girlfriend of Kermit the Frog? So what MP is the name of the on-off girlfriend of Kermit the Frog? Hey, welcome to the Muppet Show. No, that's not Kermit. Number three, what ST is used to describe someone who is a big fan of confection items? That's not right. I meant to change that. What ST is used to describe someone, to describe what someone has if they are a big fan of confection items? Right, yeah, that's probably what, you know what I mean. 4.5 years, you're probably far more in tune with me than I am, so you'll know what I was getting at. Or this quiz never sees the light of day. We're all fine, and I've sorted it out. Number 4, what EE is planted in films or games as an inside joke? So what EE is planted in films or games as an inside joke? Number 5, what CC is a training technique of dropping people in the deep end? Many jobs I've had this. Number 6, what ML is a famous painting found in the Louvre? In the Louvre, not the loo. There's somebody I knew once who was redecorating their downstairs loo, and there's a joke. He was asking people when they visited to write a little message on it, and in the end kept all of the messages instead of redecorating because he thought it was better. Which I think is actually quite a cool little thing to do. Number 7, what EB always catches the worm? So what EB always catches the worm? Number 8, what a PQ is a weekly gathering of people in a licensed venue set up to test people's knowledge. I don't want to say that I was clutching at straws, but I had a duplicate question in here when I was putting everything onto the slides ready to pre-record the quiz. So I'm not saying I'm clutching at straws, but this was the first thing that came to my head that I could do as a blockbuster question as I was sorting it out. Number 9. What BC is a device used for holding together large amounts of paper? So what BC is a device used for holding together large amounts of paper? And your final first half question, what WP is an activity people say they would rather watch dry than a similar boring activity? So what WP is an activity people say they would rather watch dry than a similar boring activity? Or perceived boring activity? Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to say, I've got a full repertoire of those. When someone says, "Oh, would you like to do this?" and I've got a full repertoire of, I would rather do X, Y, Z, but none of them are clean for the quiz. Right, what are we on? 27. So 27. At least I wrote them down. So at least I can just do this and do this and this and this and this, and there we go. So the questions are up on the hub now, so head on over to jvpqquestions.com, scan the QR code if you are that way out and you want to go that way and you've got the technology to do it. So either way is good. When you get on to the website, go to the bit that says recap, quiz recap or something like that. I've just changed the name of the menu so that I don't have to keep changing the date every week, so I keep forgetting. So yeah, go to quiz recap, click on part 1, and it'll ask you for the code, which is that one that's on screen, 270181, and you can recap those first 30 questions, including zooming in on that picture of Scrooge McDuck as well, so you can work out that one as well. So yeah, there we go. That is your first 30 questions. So there's 29 of those you need to find an answer for. I'm going to take a break. I may not come back because I might just nod off. Right, hang on. Right, the background audio on, brakes on, Blackmagic top off. Right, okay. For your first break this evening, I've got 9 West End shows. They are also Broadway shows as well. However, I've just focused on the West End side of this for tonight to make it easier. But put these 9 West End shows in order of length they appeared in years on the West End. So that's total length that they appeared on the West End. So some of these have already finished. They started and finished in started, so I'll finish. Some of them started and are ongoing. So it's just the total length that they have been on the West End stage. You have 7 minutes to do that and think of 29 answers, and I shall return in 7 minutes. Never fear, I am here. Not that you were in fear or worried. Right, here we go. So let's put these into some. I do this every week. Let's put these into some semblance of an order. No, Jay. Let's put them into the order that you requested before everybody started looking at them. That's the way to do it. In three, two, one. Oh, hang on. No, I'll leave myself there. You can kind of work out what it is. So number one is the Mousetrap. That has been on the West End since 1952. Took a brief period for the pandemic, but 1952. The Mousetrap does nothing even comes close to it. Number two is Les Miserables, or Les Miserables, if you want to be like that. 1985, that went on stage in the West End, and it's still there now. Followed very swiftly, number three, by Phantom of the Opera. The Phantom of the Opera is you. 1986 to the present. Woman in Black is fourth on the list. That went on to the West End stage in 1989 and came out in 2023, so last year. Blood Brothers, is Blood Brothers the Revival? I couldn't kind of work out the difference between the two, but yeah, anyway, Blood Brothers the Revival, 1988 to 2012. That was on the West End stage. Then you've got some of the more modern ones. Mamma Mia, April 1999, and that is still ongoing. Even though it's shifted theatres, it is still ongoing, so it's still classed as being on the West End for that length of time. That was April 1999. A few months later, The Lion King opened in October 1999. That hasn't moved. The queues and watching the excitement of people going in to watch The Lion King when I've been out and about and wandering around London and stuff and nights out and other bits and pieces. So watching people queuing up and all getting giddy and excited, it's always great to see. It's always great to see people getting giddy and excited going to the theatre because I'm from that background. So, but yes, The Lion King, October 1999 to the present day. Cats, 1981 to 2002. So that was its longest run. And then finally, out of the 9 that I put on screen, Starlight Express, 1984 to 2002. So even though there is a revival, it's not on the West End yet. I can't see any reason why that won't end up heading back to the West End. But yes, the Starlight Express, I'm sure, I mean, someone will correct me in the comments. I'm sure Starlight, it sounds really weird. That show. I think, was this not in the Victoria? Is it the Victoria Palace Theatre where Wicked is now? Did Wicked not go in and replace it? Just I've got a feeling that that's where where it was. Because I remember walking past it with like with my mum or my granddad and walking around town, and again seeing people going in to see it. I'm sure it was. Anyway, I'll have a look afterwards. I say you put the answer in the someone will tell me in the comments, but I probably won't see it until like the Facebook pages later on. So anyway, right. So that is your order for that. Well done if you got any of those in the right place. I suspect if you are a theatre lover, I would suspect that you probably would have got Mousetrap, probably Les Mis, and maybe Phantom. But after that, it's yeah, a bit higgledy-piggledy, shall we say. Right, talking of higgledy-piggledy, we shall move on to giving you the answers to the first 29 questions and the answer you already have, because I wasn't thinking straight. Oh dear. I really do hope that maybe I get to do this live. Do you know what? I'd say I really hope I get to do this live rather than you watch this pre-recorded quiz that I'm doing now. And do you know what? I'd probably make the same mistake because I'm stupid. Anyway, here we go. Round one, entertainment, number one. And then number two. I don't need to tell you what the answer was to number one. Oh, go on then. I'll tell you what the answer was to number one. Scrooge McDuck, would you believe? Life is like a hurricane here in Duckwood. Number two, who played the lead role in the movie G.I. Jane? It was Demi Moore. That's a great film, that as well. I need to go through the 90s films because there's so many I've missed. And you put in 90s films listening, it just gives you the highlights. I need to find a website that you can go to and you can set it by year and like the order that they were released and work my way back through because there's some brilliant 90s films. Anyway, sorry, digress. Number three, what was Robert Palmer addicted to according to the title of his song? Love. Gonna help. Stop singing. Number four, Muttley was the pet of which character? It was Dick Dastardly. Number five, name the film Love Lifts Us Up Where We Belong. It's An Officer and a Gentleman. Spawned other classics like Top Gun and Days of Thunder. Number 6, which of these is a Petulia Clark song? It is Downtown. Number 7, name the cartoon character. That is Pepe Le Pew. Ah, yes, oui, oui. Pepe Le Pew. Come back. Number 8, which musical had songs? Matchmaker, Matchmaker. If I Were a Rich Man and Do You Love Me? It's Fiddler on the Roof. Number 9, complete the name of the rock group. It is 9 Inch Nails, Vicky. 9 Inch Nails. Okay. And number 10, Duff Beer features in which cartoon series? The Simpsons. On to your geography. Number 1, Tallahassee is the state capital of Florida. Number 2, what is the name of the line located at 0 degrees latitude? It's the equator. Number 3, how is the former capital city of Kyoto known today? It's in the question. Tokyo. Number 4, what sea does the Nile discharge into? It's the Sorry for Mediterranean for, actually giving you the full answer. Number 5, capital city of Taiwan is Taipei City. Number 6, Cape Horn is a point at the base of Chile and where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Pacific. Number 7, Valletta is the capital of Malta. Number 8, 50% of which mountain range can be found in Romania? It's Carpathian. No, that's a monkey. Carpathian. Number 9, a single euro can be divided into 100 cents. And number 10, which country did Peru claim independence from? It was Espanol, Spain, in 1821. Blockbusters, number 1, what SD is time spent at a facility which has treatments, massages, and relaxation? And right now sounds like a heaven of a day. It is a spa day. I mean, just a couple of hours. Yeah. Number 2, what MP is the name of the on-off girlfriend of Kermit the Frog? She's been on a few spa days. It's Miss Piggy. Number 3, what ST is used to describe someone who is a big fan of confection items? I think you kind of would have got where I was going with this. It's sweet tooth. There we go. Number 4, what EE is planted in films or games as an inside joke? Is it an Easter egg? I've been planting inside jokes for 4.5 years. It's called mistakes. Number 5, what CC is a training technique of dropping people in the deep end? It is crash course. If only that was the case. They are inside jokes, though. If I was to say the word Milton Keynes, everyone would just giggle and remember a time that I very nearly swore then, but annoyed a whole city. I can say it's a city because it will be a city. What ML is a famous painting found in the Louvre? It is Mona Lisa. Number 7, what EB always catches the worm? It's the early bird. Number 8, what PQ is a weekly gathering of people in a licensed venue set up to test people's knowledge? It is that good old classic, never heard of it before, pub quiz. That'll never catch on. Number 9, what BC is a device used for holding together large amounts of paper? It is bulldog clip. Yeah, they really hurt when they snap down on your fingers. Number 10, what WP is an activity people say they would rather watch dry than a similar boring activity? It is wet paint. I'd rather watch wet paint dry than... I say I've got a full repertoire of those, so I can pull out different ones for different scenarios. It's great. Right, 30 points available for... Well, 30 points available for you, but everyone should have scored at least 1 point this evening. But yeah, tot your scores up. How are you getting on? You've got the YouTube live chat on as well, so you can put your scores in there. Share away with all of your wonderfulness as to how you're doing so far. 20-2, and yeah, getting a bit delirious. Anyway, right, still to come. Connections round and Jebril of the Knowledge is still to come along this evening. That's an Easter egg in itself. Right, let me, while you're just totting your scores up, let me just double check, because I can't remember which one this one is. Is it that one? Oh, okay. It's an all right. This one. It's relatively straightforward, to be honest. It's not one of the very evil connection rounds that I've got up my sleeve. Anyway, as always, 9 questions. Question number 10. What links the answers together? Starting with this for number 1. In Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Which lifeline removes 2 possible answers? So, in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Which lifeline removes 2 possible answers? Can't believe there was an article on this the other day with people actually saying that should the prize money and the name not be changed from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Because obviously when it first launched, £1 million was a lot of money. I mean, £1 million now is still a lot of money but there was clamouring for it to be like moved. Who wants to be a 10 millionaire and stuff like that. Number 2, what can go in front of Stream to make the name of a home fizzy drinks maker? What can go in front of Stream to make the name of a home fizzy drinks maker? Number 3, according to the saying, what and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. So according to the saying, what and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Unless they're tweets from anonymous people who are just bored. They hurt. But only if you've read the book, you know that. Audiobook has gone down really, 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 really well, and the publishers are very pleased with it, with the audiobook. Sorry. Number 4, deodorants are available in spray form, and which other? So deodorants are available in spray form, and which other? Got shouted at in the watching the Euros final because every time the commentators went and on the ball now or going in for the tackle is Luke Shaw, and I just instantly would just go, never let you down. That's the advert. Sure, it won't let you down. Never mind. Number 5. Popular years ago with its catchy advertising tune, complete the name of the oil brand, Something and Dry. I can't remember I couldn't find this, but I couldn't remember what decade it's from, but I think it's like late 90s, early 2000s. When you fry with and dry. No. What is the name of this type of boat? What is the name of this type of boat? I'm also assuming it's not going very quick, this boat, at the moment, because there's 2 people on there that don't look overly pleased to be on it, I'll be honest. Number 7, what can be on the cob? So what can be on the cob? Number 8, in tennis, what B is used to represent a set that ends with a score of 6 love? So in tennis, what B is used to represent a set that ends with a score of 6 love? I've been falling down a rabbit hole of watching. I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. But he always plays in like the Gentleman Invitational doubles. So if you know tennis, you'll know who I mean. And he's just a brilliant entertainer. And I was watching it the other day, and I thought, you know what? I've got no hand-eye coordination, but I would love to just have a double set, alongside him playing, because I just think it'd just be about 10 minutes of an absolute laugh. It's brilliant. Number 9, what R is a type of grain used in whiskey production? So what R is a type of grain used in whiskey production? And as always, question number 10. What links the 9 answers together? So what links those 9 answers together? Yeah, so no tricks, no twists on this one yet. Not yet. I mean, there's no tricks or twists on this one. Straightforward. 9 answers, all linked together. Jobs are good. Hopefully. General knowledge then to wrap up the quiz this evening. Number 1. What is the medical name of the pipe that connects the larynx to the bronchi? And then the bronchi is connected to the lungs. The lungs are there for... I don't know. Number 2. Which city has football teams Wednesday and United? So which city has football teams Wednesday and United? You know, people were suggesting to do like a Jay's After Hours virtual pub quiz where, you know, it's a bit risky and what have you. This is kind of what you'd get. Just like sleep deprived and sort of like a little bit delirious and not forgetting that I'm actually speaking to, you know, a couple of thousand people and trying supposedly hosting a quiz. Not actually just sat here in my room at 1:45 in the morning just talking to myself. I need to remember that there might actually be people watching this. Number 3, Orion, Ursa Major and Minor. Ursa Major, Ursa Minor are names of what in the night sky? So Orion, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor are names of what in the night sky? Ooh! Oh, I'll do the next question. Number 4. In which city can the Sistine Chapel be found? So in which city can the Sistine Chapel be found? Not last Thursday just gone, because but for me it was yesterday-ish. I made a joke about, I can't remember what I was singing. I was singing something quite, not like me to be singing, but I was singing something, words sort of, rather than mumbling and humming, I was actually singing the song. And I jokingly said, watch me get a YouTube violation for it, because I'm getting them for fun at the minute, from the Sing King days. But yeah, I've not had a violation, which means I might be able to do a Jay's singing round where I sing the song and you have to work out what it is. Number 5, Pimm's is a brand of which spirit? So watch this space. Or potentially buy earplugs. Either way, you know, but there could be an interesting way to get in another music round. Because yeah, the Sing King days, obviously we had great fun with Sing King. They were a brilliant partner, but I must have overlooked the part where it said that after a certain time I was going to start getting copyright claims, because every single Sing King video in the last 2 weeks I've now had copyright claims against it. So they're not claims, they're just sort of, yeah, claiming parts of the video. Number 6, Milner's Tower, Russian Abbey, Tower of Refuge and the Great Laxey Wheel are attractions on which crown dependence to the island? Milner's Tower, Russian Abbey, of Tower of Refuge, and the Great Laxey Wheel are attractions on which Crown Dependency Island? Apologising to the people of this island, I've not looked too much into what these are, but it sounded like this was just like an Alton Towersy kind of thing, but they are all different things. I know they're going to have some heritage. I know they're going to have some history. I am not in any way, shape, or form demeaning them. It just sounded like they were all, you know, sort of like rides, Tower of Refuge. But so I know there's a story behind it. I'm not. Yeah. Number 7. In which royal palace were Anne Boleyn, Catherine Howard executed? I've got a bizarre link about Henry VIII's wives as well. But I'll tell you that in a minute. Number 8. Which ocean does the international dateline pass through? So which ocean does the international dateline pass through? Number 9, the WA, WBC, IBF, and WBO are the major bodies of which sport? So WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO are the major bodies of which sport? And your final question for this evening, number 10. How many natural satellites does the Earth have? So how many natural satellites do the Earth have? I've gone into 15th century for some reason. Yeah. Airplanes in dark world might solve a mystery. Right, your final 20 questions are up on the hub now, so head on over there. You know what to do by now. But if you are new, scan the QR code or go to jvpqquestions.com, click on recap, and then click on part 2. Enter that code that is on the screen now, which is 270233. Enter that in. That will allow you past the security and velvet rope into the VIP lounge, where you can make yourself comfortable and have a recap on those last 20 questions. So, and I'm going to say this just because I'm that way out tonight. After the success of last Saturday's return of a word search, I don't know. It's not gone out yet, so I don't know. But I'm just going to say it was. After the success of the return of last week's word search, I've got another one for you. So I've got a word search going to come up on screen. Find the 10 biggest selling artists of all time, but they are one word names. So I have removed from the list and then put them into a word search. I have removed the Beatles. Hold. Let me just double check. Did I? I did. I've removed Elvis Presley, etc. So there are 10. So they are all one word names, titles. So there's some singers, there's some bands, etc. They are the 10 biggest selling artists of all time if you remove artists and bands that have got more than one word in their title. I'm hoping that makes sense. Find 10 singers, basically, and bands in this word search. And I'll come back in 7 minutes with some of your answers. See you shortly. Oh, I'm still on screen. Hang on. Bye. Okay, pens down. Let's see how many of these you found. So 10 of the biggest. Hang on. Why are you doing that? Why are you putting your pens down? Which won't take long. There we go. Dun, 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 load that. Bring that down to here, and then I can put them in. Right. Okay. 3 of the 2s and 1s. Here we go. Oh, I kept the Beatles in. There's me saying about and I've kept the Beatles in. I didn't even realise. Yeah, it's the Beatles. Sorry. Oops. Who are classed as the biggest selling of all time. Right, sorry about that. I didn't even realise it. I thought I'd taken Beatles out because then I realised that that wasn't fair. One word names. The Beatles. Anyway, then you've got Madonna, who sits number 5 on the list. Queen, who are number 6, just behind Madonna, about 7 million records behind total certified units. Then you've got Rihanna, who 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 8th on the list. Rihanna, 388.7 million total certified units, but she's 8th on the list right through claim sales or whatever. Then you've got Eminem's in there. He's not in the top 10. Beyonce, Aerosmith, Metallica, Adele, and Coldplay. I changed it to one word names because I took out because some people would know Elvis as Elvis Presley and some people would just know him as Elvis, and I thought that'd be confusing. So I thought I'll take Elvis out and use that as the explanation. And I forgot to take the Beatles out. Okay, get your answer sheets ready. Let's go through those final 20 questions for you. Wouldn't be a quiz of mine. Right, okay. It helps if I put it on the screen as well, don't it? Okay, right, here we go. So your final 20 answers are this. Number 1, who wants to be a millionaire? Which lifeline removes 2 possible answers? 50-50. Number 2, what can go in front of stream to make the name of a home fizzy drinks maker? It is soda. Number 3, according to the saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Number 4, deodorants are available in spray form and roll on. Available in roll on, but roll's all I needed for the link. Number 5, popular years ago with its catchy advertising tune. Complete the name of the oil brand. When you fry with crisp and dry. Please tell me someone else remembers that. Otherwise, I am on my own, and we're all in trouble if I'm, Number 7, what is the name of this type of boat? Would you believe that's a banana boat? Changed the picture that I had that had banana boat written down the side of it, and I've just basically left one that looks like a banana. Anyway, number 7, what can be on the cob? It is corn. Number 8, in tennis, what B is used to represent a set that ends with a score of 6 love? It is a bagel. A bagel set. Number 9, what R is a type of grain used in whiskey production? It is rye. And what links those 9 answers together this evening? It is bread. All different types of bread, from soda, rye bread, banana bread, other breads. Other breads are available. Yeah, but your link tonight was bread. And in general knowledge, then, number 1, what is the medical name of the pipe that connects the larynx to the bronchi? It is the trachea or trachea. Number 2, which city has football teams Wednesday and United? It's Sheffield. Number 3, Orion, Ursa Major, and Ursa Minor are names of what in the night sky? They are constellations. 88 different constellations in the sky. Number 4, in which city can the Sistine Chapel be found? It's the Vatican City. Number 5, Pimm's is a brand of which spirit? It is gin. Number 6, Milner's Tower, Russian Abbey, Tower of Refuge, and the Great Alaxi Wheel are attractions on which Crown Dependency Island? It is... I don't even know it right. Oh, of all the things, after what I said before, of all the things to get the answer wrong on, where are you? I've lost you now. I've not changed that one either. keyboard. Right. While you're looking at that one, there we go. So it's the Isle of Man. And while you're looking at that one, so slick and smooth, no one even noticed. Number 7, in which royal palace were Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard executed? It was the Tower of London. Number 8, which ocean does the international date line pass through? It's the Pacific Ocean. Number 9, when it wants to change WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO are the major bodies of boxing. And finally, number 10, how many natural satellites doth the Earth have? There is just one. The Moon. The Moon is Earth's only natural satellite. The ones that we've got up there have all been put there by ourselves. Well, not me, obviously. Right, tot your scores up. You have 50 points available to you this evening for the main part of the quiz. For the main event, how have you got on this evening? There should be a social media post up on Facebook and Instagram now, so do share your scores. Let me know how you did. If you need a tiebreaker question, it is this. How many times does the word Greensleeves, yes, appear in the lyrics to the 1580 folk song Greensleeves? So yes, all those times where you've been on hold, waiting and waiting, and all you can do is hear Greensleeves, there are actual lyrics. I can't get copyright claims on this. It's from 1580. Your call is important to us. Please hold and we will get to you soon. Yeah, so when you've been listening to that, it has actually got lyrics. So how many times does the word Greensleeves appear in the lyrics to the 1580 folk song Greensleeves? Not written about Anne Boleyn. Okay, remember, nearest to it gets the point in 3, 2, 1. 33. 33 times Greensleeves appears in the lyrics to Greensleeves. So now you know. And if you didn't know the lyrics to it, now you're probably going to go and find out what the lyrics are to work out what they're singing about. Yeah, no, that was more weird thing about Henry VIII as well. Have you noticed? Because originally I started this off with, you've got Catherine and Anne and Anne, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head at the minute. Anaclees, Anne Boleyn. Yeah, so they've all got Anne, Catherine, anyway. And then I realised, oh yeah, it doesn't work. You've got Jane Seymour, but Jane Seymour's name ends in an E. So all of Henry VIII's wives' first name ends in an E. And on that crushing bombshell, and stolen that from somebody else's ending, of absolute nonsense information, because even I've bored myself with that, I'm going to say goodbye. Let me know how you got on tonight. Here's hoping you never have actually watched this quiz, and I am live with you, and saying goodnight to you properly live. Rather than this pre-recorded quiz. That is it from me. I will see you all. I'm back to normal next week. If you're watching this, then yeah, I'm back to normal next week. A live quiz is on Thursday and Saturday. That is it. Let me know your scores and I'll see you soon. As always for me, take care. Stay safe.